Hi everybody, welcome back to Nanny's Reborn Nursery. We got home yesterday from the Doll Expo, and of course I didn't feel like making a video then. I'm really still tired today, but I slept in this morning till about, I'm going to venture to say 8 o'clock, and then by a little after 11, I was literally so sleepy I could not keep my eyes open. So with that being said, this old lady went and took a 3-hour nap, and I've not been up a real long time. So I'm just now getting in here to showing you my beautiful, precious, sweet baby that I purchased at the Expo. And I want to say this. That was one of the most wonderful experiences I believe that I've ever had in my life. I enjoyed it immensely. I met a lot of people that I was so in hopes to get to meet. I've got to meet a lot of the doll artists, and also my YouTube family, and that means a lot when you're able to do that. Words can't be placed on that. You see them on YouTube, you talk to them through maybe Facebook Messenger, something like that, and it's one thing, but to meet them in person, that's the icing on the cake. And so yeah, to all of you, I won't call out individual names, but to all of you that I got to meet for my very first time, I feel very blessed and honored, and I couldn't have enjoyed myself anymore. Well, take that back, I could have too, because I got a bit of a toothache while I was there. That was bothering me. Actually, I had a bit of a toothache issue going on before I left. But with that being said, after I got there, my tooth had done pretty well. My knees done fairly decent, but it was so hot. I mean, it was literally hot as fire in that place, and I think part of the issues and problems came from it being so humid. And this hotel is quite large, but with that many women and men and children, with that many people going to one event in one hotel, even if that hotel is huge, that's shoulder to shoulder, hip to hip, ankle to ankle, knee to knee. Every joint of your body is almost just touching somebody else all the time. The pram that I purchased that I thought I was going to take with me, I did take it with me, but just to my hotel room. And me and Dee have oh, good grief. Now, don't that make me look good, because I can't remember her name. The Baby Patch. Yay! Me and her spent more time together than anybody did. I didn't have the means of visiting with everybody, but me and Dee, we were like this. We took our prams out and walked around the hotel with them, and she brought 2 babies, I brought 1. Of course, ended up with a new one, as you can see here, and I'm going to get to that. But I was just kind of wanting to fill you in and tell you about, my adventure first before I jumped right in. But yes, me and her walked around the hotel and chatted and talked and laughed, and then we came back to the front and sat down, and one of my wonderful, precious dolly artists came out, and we talked to her for a really long time. One morning we sat and ate together, kind of, in the cafeteria at the same time, had our breakfast. And yeah, it was very enjoyable. The dolly artist that I met up with, that I already knew prior, but still had not yet met face to face, was Christy of Christy's Oh my gosh. She doesn't have a YouTube channel. She's a doll artist, so I can't get in trouble for this. Christy's Kisses and Cuddles, I think. Christy's Kisses and Cuddles. She's on reborns.com. But anyway, yes. I had purchased a baby from her prior. And I got to know her, actually got to know her, and me and her became friends on reborns.com before I ever got to meet her at the Doll Expo. So that was, you know, that's wonderful. And it really hit my mind, you know, really hard. But once I was there and was seeing everybody, this community of ladies and gentlemen, it's unbelievable at how we meet each other, how we come to know each other, and just the bond, you know, the bonds that we make with one another. But anyway, I'm going to get away from that. I don't want to bore you all with anything. I just wanted to kind of fill you out a little bit, or fill you in a little bit. But I want to show you who I bought, yes. And as you can tell by his beautiful blue blanket, I bought a boy. So, without further ado, here we are. He is so adorable. He is the Archie Sculpt. Let me get his paperwork out here so I can tell you all right off the bat really quick, because I don't want to, let's see. Yes, he is the Archie Sculpt and was sculpted by Julia Homa, okay? His reborn artist is Vicky Troffler. He weighs 5 pounds, 7 ounces, and he's 22 inches long. So there's his little paper, his little card. Now his COA will be coming to me through the mail. Vicky, I think Vicky forgot a folder or something that she had all of her COAs in, or some of her COAs. So she got my mailing address, and she is going to mail me his COA through the mail. So, and I'm not in the least bit worried about that. I know she's going to mail it to me, but she's having, she's moving. She's in the process of moving houses. And she's also fixing to be in the process. She's having some surgery done. So, it may be a while before I get his COA, but I'm in no hurry. I'm not worried about it. Not one bit concerned at all about that. Here is my little, where I purchased Archie. This is my little card that I had to have when I went out the door with him, and it had to be stamped right here, or punched out. That's a star punch out in the center. And before I could walk off the showroom floor with him, he had to have this. And of course I had my wristband, which I ripped when I was taking it off, and it had gotten wet, so I threw it away. It's not, it's just a paper, one of those cheaper paper armbands, and yeah, it wasn't salvageable, so I just threw it in the garbage. Archie had one as well. Now his wasn't wet, but I tossed his too. The lady that put his armband on him, which didn't have, she was just a worker there at the hotel. She put it around his little ankle, like here, like really, really tight, and I couldn't get it off without ripping it, so I had to tear it. But this is a thank you card from Vicky Troffler, Carolina Cuties Nursery. You all probably recognize her. I'm sure many of you do. Some of you may not, but that's Vicky Troffler. And it says, thank you for adopting your new baby. I hope you will enjoy your sweet bundle of joy for many years to come. Please like my Facebook page at Reborn Babies by Carolina Cuties Nursery to see upcoming babies. Sincerely, Vicky Troffler. So, yeah. Okay. So I'm going to put that back in the envelope. But what do you all think about him? Is he amazing or what? I'm going to pull him up camera so you all can see. I'll go ahead and I'll do that now. Get this off your little arm. He's a sit-up baby. He's awake, and my babies that are awake, I like to set them up. But is he amazing or what? He is a ginger baby. He has red hair, and he has the most beautiful, gorgeous green, like teal almost, colored eyes. And I'm naming him Charlie. So this is my little baby Charlie. Is he magnificent? I absolutely fell head over heels in love, you guys, with this baby boy. I'm going to be honest with you. When I went to the expo, you know, I mean, I had me sitting back down over here. I knew that there were going to be, you know, so many babies there. And I realized that, and, you know, I knew that. But before I left for the Doll Expo, this was like the week before the Doll Expo, I was on Vicky's page looking at her babies, and this sweet precious boy popped in. She was showing some of the pictures of some of the babies that she was bringing, and of course this Archie sculpt, Mr. Little Charlie, my sweet baby Charlie, he was in her lineup, and I mean I gravitated toward this sweet precious little boy. I'm gonna cut this little tag off of here while I see it here. But I gravitated immediately toward Charlie, who is, like I said, the Archie sculpt. But I gravitated to him. It was immediate reaction, you guys. Immediate. I couldn't keep my eyes off of him. And I thought, now, Lisa, now this is what I said to myself. I'm like, Lisa, calm yourself, because you are going to the 2023 Raleigh, North Carolina Doll Expo. There are going to be literally hundreds of thousands or whatever, it seemed like millions to me, of babies at that expo. There's going to be tons of them. So just calm down. And I knew what table he was at. I knew all of the information I needed to know. But I did not have an early bird pass. I did not have any of the bows and whistles for the expo. I just had the regular, done the regular pass, you know, onto the showroom floor with that, likewise with most all people, most everybody else. I didn't have any of the early bird, I didn't go to the, of course then I couldn't go to the banquet. They had a baby shower that the tickets sold out like super fast to that, so I didn't get to go to that. Like I said, none of the whistles and bows of it, you know, but I was terrified. I honestly was. I was terrified when I went into that show, afraid that he would be gone, because the early bird people, I mean, it's just 30 minutes earlier than what we got to go in. But the early bird people can go in and purchase babies before we can, to my understanding. But anyway, I went in and I thought, okay, just stay calm. And like I said, I knew the table he was at. I went in and out 2 or 3 tables. It was absolutely so cram-packed full of people, and so hot and humid. The air was so heavy in there. I thought I was literally going to suffocate. But I finally made my way. And I was looking at babies, you guys, as I went through. I saw tons of silicones. The amount of silicone babies, it was unreal. At the amount of silicone babies that there were for adoption. I didn't have the right money amount for that at that point. But like I said, I made my way in and out a couple of tables. Came around the corner, I was looking at babies and scanning babies as fast as I, possibly could even see them. Most all of the tables, you couldn't even hardly see the tables. You just almost had to push your way into the crowd of people in front of the tables. You just almost had to push your head in between them just to look to see what babies were even on the table, period at all. So the free range, the major free range of being able to really, really look and shop and take your time, it was never there for me. Not one time. Now, maybe if I had had that special pass or whatever, or ticket, whatever, I could have shopped more easily. But if you don't have that early bird ticket, which is, like I said, just 30 minutes, you have, with this amount of people that was there, it was really hard to see. So anyway, I'll hush now. Okay, I come around the table to table 29. Table 29. And there he sat. And as soon as I come around that corner and I saw that sweet baby sitting up there on his display, I looked at Vicky and I pointed at my Archie here, my Charlie, and I said, I want to purchase that baby, please. And I mean, I never asked any questions about him, never asked a word about him. I knew Vicky prior to, on Facebook. I had seen her work. I knew this was the baby I wanted, you guys, before I ever come to that doll expo. I seen this sweet boy and I knew I had to have him. So that's how babies grab our hearts. That's how a baby, if you're not a collector, you wouldn't understand. But most of you are that watch these YouTube channels. But that's how I am. I see a baby, that baby grabs my heart and just takes off with it, and there's no other baby that's going to replace the one I'm wanting. Years down the road it might, but yeah, he just, like I said, this little sweetheart, he grabbed my heartstrings before I even left for the show. And I just hoped and prayed that he would still be there when I got to go in, and lo and behold, there he was. There he was, sitting there all cute and sweet and precious, waiting on his new mommy. Isn't that right, buddy? Yep. I love him so much. I do. I dearly, dearly love him. So very much. He's a very, very special baby. He will stay with me in my nursery forever. As long as I have a nursery, he's going to be here because he's a special baby. He is a vinyl. And, of course, he's got the cloth body. He's weighted perfectly. He's modeling, veining, everything. He's got that pale, a paler, more pink, the pink or more pale complexions that the little ginger redhead babies have. And, yeah. He's always going to hold that special place in my heart no matter what. No matter what. So he's going to always be with me. And he is my first baby. It was my first doll expo. First baby doll show I've ever been to. And he's my very first baby. And, oh yeah. Oh yeah. This sweet boy's here for life. But he came with this little Peter Rabbit in his bag. He came with this little toy with the silicone beads on it. He came with that. I'll show you what all he did come with. Of course, all of his paperwork. I've got it right here. He came with this beautiful blue blanket. It's a really, really soft, I don't know if y'all can see that or not, a soft velour, not velour, but a fleece type with a silk, like a satiny edging on it. He came with this passy, which I adore. I love this passy. And then, of course, this will always be Charlie's passy. Put my glasses on. I'm not even looked at that really well. But it has little Peter Rabbit on it. It's got little Peter Rabbit. Hope y'all can see that okay. Hope my light's not drowning it out. Oops, I'm sorry. Let me dim my light just a little bit. See if that's better. Is that better? Can y'all see that? It's got a Peter Rabbit on it. And he does have his little magnet for his passy. I love him, you guys. I love him so much. And I purchased, oh, I don't want to show you what I purchased over here yet. Hang on. He came with this little outfit right here. I don't know what I'll put on him first when I do his first clothes change. But he came with this precious little outfit, and it says, cool. I don't know what that bottom part says. Cool something. Yahtzee. Cool Yahtzee. It's a name brand. I've never heard of it. But there's the little top. Here are the little bottoms that go to it. Isn't that adorable? It's got little faux wooden buttons on these little functioning block pockets. The pockets are real down the side. Then it's got the little yellow tie. And then it's in the back, it's got the Yahtzee little name tag on it. So there's that. I'm going to put this stuff, well, no, I'll leave it laying out there. So there's that. His paperwork. And then I got quite a few cards from some of the artists. But he came with this cute, adorable baby doll calendar, which I'm going to hang. I know that ring light is giving you all a fit. Hang on. Let me see if that'll help. Sometimes these ring lights just don't, they're just not that great of a thing, if you ask me. I'm going to turn it off for a minute. I hope y'all can see that okay. But he came with this adorable calendar. It's got all of these different pictures on the back. And of course, I'm going to hang that here in the nursery. So he came with that. Now let me get you back on again. I hope that's okay. And this is what I fanned with. This is paperwork that I got coming in the door. And then, of course, there was the showroom floor, the map that I got. And I'm keeping it as well, of course. But I took this and folded it like that because this is a thicker piece of cardboard on the outside. And this is the importance of buying authentic babies. But it's a thicker, like, just gives lots of information on buying authentic kits and how it supports the artists to always do that. But this is what I used the whole time that I fanned with. Anybody that's seen me there will tell you this is completely wore out. I'm telling you, it's unreal. But anyway, yeah, I gave that a hard time. I really did. And I got a few of the artist cards. That's a few of them. I wished I had have gotten more. I really, really do. Let me show you the front of Archie's bag. I'm going to turn this lighting back up a little bit now because I'm afraid you all cannot see him as well. But this is the front of his bag. And it says Vicky Trofler on it. It's got Peter Rabbit. And of course the theme this year for the Doll Expo was Peter Rabbit, which is just right up my alley. It made me so happy. And then there's Archie's name on it. And then a little Peter Rabbit hang tag. Yep. I don't scrapbook. This makes me want to though. It really does. Okay, now let me put this stuff back in this bag because I don't want to get it messed up, and I want to show you all what I purchased. And this is a lot of stuff to be out on my changing table. My changing table is not all that big. I like to have a bigger one, but here's the thing, you can just get so much of that changing table size into your frame, for your viewing frame, you know. Anyway, so Okay. I purchased these little crochet booties. Let me open them up and I'll take them out and let you all see. And that's tied in a knot. Boo-hoo. Oh, I don't want to have to cut. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take my scissors and cut it. That's sad. Oh, because that is in a very, very tight knot. Very tight knot. I would never get that out. What in the world? Okay. I would never get that knot out of there. But I gotta open them right. But yeah. These precious, precious little knitted booties. Aren't they cute? I'll tell you what. We're going to put them on him. Y'all, I hope you got you something nice and cold to drink. Hang in there with me. I want to show you what I got. And I know it's a long video. But this, I feel like this warrants needs to be a long video. It's special things, special moments. Come here, buddy. Let's see how these will go on your little foot. Oh, how cute. Anything about this boy is cute. Oh, they fit him. That's perfect. They fit him perfectly. Get that little string off. But see, it's got the little faux wooden button right here. I'm gonna slide this other one on that little foot. This is the first time I've messed with him since I've been home, really. Other than just to bring him in here in the nursery and set him down because I've been unpacking and resting and I've been really tired. So how does that look? How do those look? Aren't they cute? Say yes, Mommy, they're sweet. They're sweet on me. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I wish that had not been tied in a knot like that. That would be so much nicer. But they were, so. Okay, let me put these scissors up before we goof up. But I bought a pair just like them. And they're in a brown. They're in a brown color. They're just like the blue, made exactly like the blue. But they're in a brown color. But yeah, I bought those. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you all, since I did purchase a baby and everything, I didn't buy a whole lot of extras. I did get these booties. And he came with the bunny, and he came with his little toy here. He came with that. He came with his blanket. And then I purchased, now this is something that I had none of. Zero of. Because I do not role play, okay? It's just something I just don't do it. It's not that I'm uncomfortable doing it. It's just something I've never done and probably won't. I just don't feel, it's just not something I don't think I'd like to do. But for a prop, I bought this. And it's got I'm pretty sure this is some type of dishwashing, like not dishwashing, but like laundry fabric softener maybe. Because it seems like I can smell something that smells really good. But I bought that. Is that precious? Is that precious or what? And I mean, that's perfect. That's perfect for his little mouth. Mwah. You are so adorable. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's just, I can't get over him. But there's that little bottle. And my favorite one is this one. It is a me Sophie La Giraffe. It's a me bottle. And it's glass. It's a glass bottle with the milky stuff in it. And of course, both of these bottles are sealed. I love this bottle. I put my scissors up way too quick. I'm going to clip this price tag off. While I'm at it. But is that not adorable? And then, of course, it's got the measurement, you know, here. But it's sealed. And look at this one. I'll turn his head to the side so you can see. Isn't that adorable? Oh my gosh. Watch me feel, because I'm terrified it might have leaked out on him. I'm telling you. Okay, anyway, sorry for me sniffing. I got the sniffles. But it's got the little me emblem on the lid too. I love that lid, and I love the bottle. It's amazing. I didn't have anything like this, and I just happened to see them sitting there, and I thought, you know what? I'm getting them for props. I think they're very cute. And it's like I said, I didn't have anything like that in my nursery. But anyway, I know this has been a long video, you guys. I love you all very, very much. You all mean the world to me. And I would hope and pray one day only to be blessed enough to get to meet every single solitary last one of you ladies and gentlemen. I got to meet Holly Church and her husband. Precious, precious sweet babies. Babies, my gosh. They're my babies. No. Precious, precious sweet people. Holly is an amazing, amazing sweet lady. I went straight up to her. I was sitting in the lobby waiting on my husband to get there. To pick me up, because it's like I said, my tooth was hurting. It was giving me a fit, and I was sitting there waiting on Holly, or waiting on my husband, and she came. Holly came in, and Yvonne from Having You On. Both of those dear sweet ladies came in, and I got straight up with my little Charlie here and went over and hugged. Me and Holly hugged, and Holly gives heartfelt, tight, warm hugs. I never expected that to happen, but it did. And I could have cried. I really could have. I could have cried my eyes out. It meant that much to me to get to just at least see her that one time and hug her. And Yvonne as well. Yvonne is a sweet lady. She's just as sweet and kind as she can be. And my only regret about this whole entire show was the fact that I had to leave. I had to leave, and I had to come home when I did. But, you know, we have farm animals, and it's hard to ask somebody to keep your farm animals for a really long time. My grandson took care of them for us while we were gone. And that's 2 feedings. And you're talking 30-something head of goats. The cows were fine. The cows are eating green grass right now. But we got 30-something goats, mamas and babies. We've got the billy goat. We have chickens. We have dogs. We just have a lot of animals that have to be fed, and we don't like to, you know, ask somebody to keep them for really long lengths of times. Now, we have before in the past, but for this trip, it was just important that we got back when we did. My daughter had to go back to work today. She stayed with my Ollie for me. And of course she had to go back to work this morning, and you know, you got to be respectable of the people who are caring for your animals while you're gone, because you know that means a lot. That means so very much. So you have to have respect for them and know that they have a life too as well, and just enjoy the moment and the time that you have. But anyway, this video is the longest one I've ever done. It's 35 minutes. I will try to pop back in tomorrow and do another video with you all. It may be little Sweet Charlie again. I may give him a close change tomorrow. Although I am so loving this Peter Rabbit outfit that he has on. I believe you all could see it pretty good. Is it not adorable? Look at the back of it. Is that not beautiful? But anyway, with that being said, God bless you all. We love you all. And to all of my sweet dolly friends out there in this world, I hope I get to meet you sometime as well. Let's see. Dee, Holly, and Yvonne are the two, and Christy. They are the 4 main ones that I did come in contact with, who I knew prior, or knew of, you know, prior to the expo. And I feel very blessed, like I said, to have gotten to meet you all. My hope and prayer is that I get to meet the rest of you all one day. But anyway, from me and Charlie, God bless you ladies, and we will talk to you another day, probably tomorrow. Talk to you later. Bye.